All right, so this video is all about posture, right? Everybody wants to have good posture. How do you have good posture, and more importantly, how do you keep it? So the first thing we want to go over is flexibility of the thoracic spine. You need to have flexibility of the thoracic spine in order to have good posture. And then the second thing we'll go over is strengthening. Once you have the flexibility, you want to make sure that you can keep it and stand up straighter by strengthening some of the muscles that help you keep your good posture, okay? So the first thing you want to make sure that you can do is actually get into good posture, right? There are some people who have certain diagnoses that their back is curved more this way, that they're going to have a really hard time getting into some thoracic extension, okay? So if you have the ability to actually get into thoracic extension, that is first and foremost thing that you need to be able to do, okay? So the first exercise that we're gonna do to help with this is a pretty simple one. And if you feel like you're just a little stiff going into extension, this is a good one to get started with, and that's just lying face up on a foam roll. So a foam roll is just, lying face up on a foam roll is just a great way to start and working into a little bit of extension. Make sure your butt's on it. Make sure you're scooted down all the way so your head's on it. And also make sure your arms are out to the side like this. And just relaxing here for 5 or 10 minutes is a great way to get started on working on your back, getting a little bit straighter. Okay, now the next one is a little bit more aggressive. It's a little tricky, but I find it's a good one for people to do. And you want to use a box like this or a chair. And then grabbing something like a golf club or a pipe or just something like a broomstick, what you're going to do is you're going to put your elbows on this box, okay? Let me pull this out just a little bit more, give myself a little more room. And then you're going to sit your butt back towards your heels while keeping your back fairly flat. So make sure your back doesn't arch in like this. You're going to bring your butt back. Just like that. Then you're going to take your hands and bring them over top of your back. And then you come up out of it. When you bring your hands back to your back, go ahead and do an exhale. And what you should feel is some extension in that upper back area, okay? Doing like 10 reps of that is a really good way to get some more thoracic extension going. Now, along with thoracic extension, an area that people are also stiff with is just rotation, right? And so you don't think about rotation being a component of extension, but having rotation in your thoracic spine will also help you extend. The one that I like to do the most for this is sort of what they call like a open book stretch. You just lay down like this, put your bottom hand underneath in between your knees there, and then you're going to reach out and just come back like that, okay? And doing those 3 exercises, the foam roll, the back extension, the open book one, that's a good start in getting your thoracic spine moving a little bit better. There's a lot more, there's a ton of thoracic extension exercises out there, and we kind of vary them based on who we're seeing the patient, but that's a good start. Okay, so then the next thing we like to do is start with some strengthening type exercises to try to, once you have the ability to get your chest up, your back extended, how do you keep it that way? So the first place that we like to do, there's a lot of them, so I took some notes here, is to, I like to use kind of a cervical retraction and a upper back contraction at the same time, okay? So cervical retraction looks like this, right? We're just pulling that head back. But if you don't do anything with your upper back, you don't get a whole lot out of that. So what I like to do as far as posture goes, so what I like to do is have someone hold a band behind their back like this, okay? And then as they extend back with their cervical spine, they also externally rotate their shoulders, right? So it looks like this from behind. I'm taking that band and I'm going like this. So you can see how my shoulder blades are coming together, and I'm pulling my shoulders back, and then I'm doing that at the same time. Okay? So we're kind of hitting both the muscles of the neck and of the upper back at the same time to help pull those shoulders back. That's a great one, doing like 15 or 20 of those. This is a great one that we have patients just have like a band sitting around the house, and it's just, if they've been sitting at their desk for a long time, want to bust out, 20 or 15 or 20 of those, really helps a lot. Rows, right? So if you're doing your rows, making sure you do them with your upper back is key, and just doing a simple, hopefully I got the right angle here, I'm trying not to cut myself out of the frame, but just doing a row where you're squeezing your upper back while keeping your head in neutral is another great way of just getting upper back muscles. The key with this is making sure you're using your upper back. Your upper back should get tired when you do your rows. That's probably a whole nother separate video. I've done a video on this in the past, but I need to do another one because it's been a while. It's something we're always correcting, where people just use their biceps and not their upper back. So really using your upper back to do rows is a great one. The next one I like to have people do is just a good old lat pull down, right? I'll do it here with a band, but the lat pull down machine at the gym, again, head up. You can even tuck that chin a little bit, squeeze all the way down. And again, you should feel like you're hitting your lats here and feel like you're contracting your shoulder blades together in the middle of your back, okay? So anything that sort of like pushes your chest out, squeezes your shoulder blades, keeps your head up, it's really gonna work on your posture. And of course, the doing pull-ups, right? We've done a lot of videos on pull-ups lately in proper form. That pull-up is sort of similar to a lat pull-down as far as the motion goes, but really pulling down like that, sticking your chest out, making sure you're using your back and not your arms as much as you possible will really help your posture also. Okay, and then the last one that I like to do is sort of a push-up with my head up, right? So a lot of times I'll have people who are working on postures, if they're fairly fit enough to do this, is to actually do a push-up looking up, right? So this sort of position here, instead of head down, but this, doing push-ups that way. And what that does is that also helps to extend the neck a little bit, push the chest open while you're doing a push-up motion. And then at the bottom of the push-up, your shoulder blades are coming together, okay? So there's some good posture exercises. And posture is something that everybody wants. Good posture is something everybody wants, right? Nobody wants to look like this. And the key is to jump on this stuff early, meaning like if you work on those upper back muscles and neck muscles and the flexibility of the thoracic spine, then hopefully you won't ever look in the mirror and feel like you're too bent over like this, okay? And just being proactive and staying ahead of it is key. So hopefully this helps some of you who are looking here on YouTube, just looking for some exercises to help you with your posture. If you have any comments about what we talked about, please let us know in the comments below, and we'll talk to you again soon.